Previously on the Mechanic 2.0. Okay, here is the nightmare. The hole underneath the spare tire was covered with that. So picture this everywhere. Up, full of water. Okay, here it is. Next step. I'm in the CRV because I get inside and I start smelling mildew again. It's still taking in water, but a few people commented, you never actually showed us how the water got in there. I assumed the water got in there from the rear hatch seal because this car, before I got it, was parked under a tree for a long time, and there was a bunch of junk and twigs and leaves and all kinds of crap under there, and it was starting to lift the seal up. So I assumed it was that. It wasn't. Just from the smell in here, gonna find water. Mother. Welcome back, everybody. It's Nick, the Mechanic 2.0. As you can see, we got the CRV back we're in the home garage today. I decided to change it up a little bit. I decided to tackle this problem right here at home, my home garage. I brought a couple of specialty tools with me. Specialty meaning just some clip removers, stuff like that. Everything else I basically have here in the right behind you in the home toolbox. So this is going to be the conclusion of the journey of the water leak in the spare tire well. So without me completely yapping, let's go and take apart the interior here. I'm going to start with the right rear corner first because I believe that's where it's coming from. And then we're going to look for traces of water around, and we're going to do the old hose method. I don't know if I'm going to dry spray it like I said in update number 2. I think it's coming from the taillight seal. And that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know where it's coming from. I did clean out some water in here. I took apart the, let me just show you. I did go ahead and take apart the storage area, folded down the seats, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but yeah, it's all damp. There's water. There's standing water in here. I did clean most of it out. I still have to get more of it out. So the problem wasn't fixed, but hopefully in this video, we are going to fix it, find out what it is once and for all. We're going to take apart the interior trim here. The upper part and the lower part. We're going to take this off, and then we're going to expose the inner structures, the inner quarter panel there, and see. I mean, we're going to spray some water on this thing and see what happens. First thing we're going to do is pull back the weather strip, like so, and then I'm going to get in here and we're going to pop these guys out. As you can see, you push down the center with a little tool, and you pry these up, and then the rest of it's clipped on there. Here, I'll show you. Where are we here? Sorry, people. The lighting situation. And you push that down. You switch hands. Maybe I should have thought this through. Maybe I should have done this at the shop. That's one. Other one's the same way. Push down. Pull this off. And before you can pop this thing up, the hooks, 10 mil. Get those off of there. Get that off of there. Once that's off of there, then we can take our 2 hands and pop this thing up and then carry on with that side. Take that one off. The other side's right here. It's a little bit off camera. Let's see here. Look at that. Yeah. Just pops right off. There you go. Oh, we did not break any clips, which is a good thing. We got a Christmas tree here, push down pin here, and I believe that has to get popped off. Let's check this out. Now, before this can come off, there's a trap door here. There's a little slot right there, which you can put your little screwdriver in there. Pop that. Okay, what is that? Well, you know what it is now. Oh, there's nothing under there but the reinforcement brace for the rear floor area here. For the I guess with the hatch where it rolled. No, I don't know what that is. Just a reinforcement here. But in any event, looks like it goes all the way back here. I don't know, people. I don't know what kind of video this is going to be. Oh, let me just get this underneath here. Sorry, that's it. Pop that off. Throw that over there. Pop that up. I didn't need to. This is where the lampshade goes. This car didn't come with one. That's why it's got a filler piece there. Let me tell you why I'm starting back here on the right rear. When there was a giant puddle in here, it's to take note, when you pull the cover off, look for water around the circumference of the tire well. I found water right here. I don't know if you can see on camera. Maybe I'm off camera. Let me go do this another way. As I was saying, look at the circumference around the spare tire well for water, for traces of water. And I did notice, I did find it right here in this area. I found water coming from up under here and going down. So that leads me to believe, and I noticed it in the spare tire update video from about a few months ago. I'll link that down below. And it leads me to believe that the problem is on this side of the car, on this side someplace, whether it be the taillight seal coming through. Hopefully it's not any kind of structural, like leaking through a weld or leaking through some seam sealer. God forbid. God forbid that happens. Let's go. Look at that. Got a dead beetle hiding in there. Got a dead beetle in there too. I told you this was parked up under a tree and a lot of crap got in here. It could be the, I don't know. It could be the hat seal, but we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna pull this off and have a real look inside it. I'm having a bourbon. Because I'm at home and I can, and I don't have to drive home from the shop. Well, what kind, you ask? It's Jim Beam. It's the black. It tastes good. I really like it. I like bourbons. I like a lot of. I love Blanton's, Angel's Envy. Too many. High West. There's so many good bourbons out there, everyday bourbons, good stuff. I'm no connoisseur. I like what I like, and today I'm having some Jim Beam Black. Cheers. There we go. Got them out. And I left those on. I wanted to have a good look in there. I was looking back here for any signs of water anywhere on both sides, and I do not see anything. Not a trail, nothing on the left rear. And on the right rear, like I said, I did see it in that video, the update video, somewhere over here trailing down. There is nothing here. And all along the edge is dry, same as that side. I don't know now. I can't see that. I think the next step, there's nothing in here. I'll turn the light on. What's behind here? There's nothing that's wet, damp, or anything. You would think. Now, I didn't realize that there was a well there. So if anything was leaking over here, it wouldn't really make it to here. Now, would it? It would well up in there on both sides. It would just well up in there. If it was leaking something here coming down, very possible it could still be coming from this side area behind and coming down here, here, and in the same scenario up here, leaking behind here someplace, coming down here, and going into there, you know. but I saw something there. I'm not sure now. If it's further, if the leak is further in, then it's just going to pool up down there, and down here is all dry, and down there is all dry as well. I think the next step is going to be to put the hatch seal back in, close the hatch, take the upper covers off I just showed you, and then shoot it down with some water, and me on the inside with high-powered LED light, looking for any traces of water. And it'd be great if it came from the hatch seal, but we're going to find out where it's coming from. Okay, so here we are. I got the rear hatch seal installed all the way around, and I did not pull off the upper trim pieces just yet, because the next thing we're going to do is spray it all down and see what happens. See if I can find where the water is coming from. And a couple of you in the comments, a couple of you viewers in the comments commented that your problem was the hatch seal, okay? And that's where the water was coming in, and it solved your problem. So before I go ahead and take apart the upper covers, the upper trim pieces, I'm going to put the rear hatch seal back on. It's all nice and tight, nice and snug. I'm going to close the hatch, and probably in the morning, we're going to spray it all down with water and see if that is the case or if it's coming from someplace else, okay? And if it is, whatever the conclusions are, I'm going to let you know. You're going to come along, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day here. We got the car flipped around. We got the back end out in the drive. We're gonna hose it off and hopefully find where this water's coming from once and for all. Let's go do that. I'm gonna try something here. You be my eyes. I don't have my assistant right now, so we'll try it this way first. You tell me if you see the leak. Okay, we're just gonna keep on hosing it down. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it going. This guy really needs to go on a diet. I heard that. You're right. Where the is this water coming from? This is driving me nuts. There's no water in here. I'm just gonna keep on going. Maybe I get lucky. Oh, there it is. I see something. Let's keep hosing it down. Where's that come from? What is this? Is that from the seam sealer? There's no water here. Where Where is that water coming from? You guys see that, right? Right here. Who is this? There's no water. Is there water up here? From here? Huh. I'm gonna dry it off and do this again. There's no water up here. Where's it coming through? The seam sealer? Sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to have you see. Did that just drip down? Look at that. Where is this coming from? Gotta pull the bumper off. Oh my goodness. Okay, people, I got. Let me try and get the lighting is horrible here, so you can see. All right, I got it all cleaned up, dried up. Right, it's right over here, right? So I'm going to set you guys back up right at that spot, and then hopefully I'll catch it on camera, and you guys will see it as it happens. This is something, huh? I thought it was the rear hatch seal. Rear hatch seal is dry. Completely dry. No water. There's no water anywhere else here. Anywhere. But right here at that seam sealer, look, there it is pulling up again. There it is pulling up again. What is going on here? I'm ready to chop that all out and see what's going on. Okay, this is the inner structure. Then you have the outer structure. This is definitely not what I wanted. Okay, here we go. You look. We're coming through the back door. What do we see? Oh, it's leaking. Yeah. Where it's coming from, a flaw in the bodywork, a rot hole on the outer structure or the inner structure, seeping through the seam sealer. That's my first impression. That's my first impression. I think I'm going to chop that seam sealer off and do this again. People, I stepped away for a moment, came back here to set up to scrape off the seam sealer over here, and set you back up so you would see it before I would spray the water again. And I look over to the left, and there is a second leak. And this one is looks, I don't know where this is. This must be coming from pulling up. It must be pulling up behind the bumper and then going past the outer structure into the inner structure, because here's a watermark here, right here. Where is this coming from? Look at this. Right, that's where it's coming from. Here. This is where it's coming from. Where the panel overlays. Has to be. What do you think? Has anybody seen this before? I know you're probably watching because this is happening to your CRV, and these water leaks only occur from talking to people and research from 2007 to the 2011 generation. This one's in 09. It's got to be coming from here as well, where the where this structure piece, this panel, is spot welded onto this lower panel right there. But where's the water coming from? Behind the is it coming from behind, dripping in behind the bumper, going behind there, and then collecting inside? This is the inner structure, and there's an outer structure which I'm touching right now. This is I have to pull the bumper off. I don't know, people, I might end this right here. Not the video. I'm going to end it here in my home garage because this requires, I need to bring this to the shop. I need to pull the rear bumper off. I'm going to bring you along. We're going to diagnose exactly where this water leak is coming from in this video. Maybe this will be a long video, maybe it won't. We'll see how it goes. And we're going to attempt to repair it the correct way, whichever way that might be. Could it be rot back there? Could it be a collection of leaves and debris that are not draining down? I don't know what's going on back here, but we're going to find out what it is together, and I will see you at the shop. Week later, back at the shop. I'm going to pull the rear bumper off to see where this water leak is. I showed you a little bit ago the two spots that the water's coming in through the overlaying body panels. I'm curious to see what we're going to find in it. So let me pull the bumper off real quick. Real easy to pull the bumper off. You have an Allen head there. I don't know what size it is. And you have an Allen head over here. I already went ahead and pulled off the, you have to pull off the rear mud flap. It's right here. I'll show you the other side. It's a little dark. 4 bolts, Phillips head. And then you just grab the panel and pop it off the clips to hold it in and remove the bumper back. As you saw, I have it on the lift. Obviously, you don't have a lift. You're going to jack it up. You're going to pull your rear wheels off just to make it a bit easier. If you want to, you could still get this off. You could still get these off without pulling the rear wheels off. Okay. You got to go underneath because you have to remove, I believe, this guy right here. And you have these clips that hold the, do you have to remove? Oh, yes, no, right here. This one has to come off right here. And this push pin has to come off, which you dig out the center, pull the center out, and grab the body and pull the thing out. What else? That's it. Let's get this thing off. Oops, we got 2 up here. Before I tear this bumper off, you got a bolt behind there, and a bolt behind here, the 10 mil behind here, and just like the other side, the filth in here. 10 millimeter bolt here. Okay. Unclips. Pops right off. Okay, here we are with the bumper off. Let me grab my light. This is the outer structure. Outer structure right here, as I was saying, you know, we have the outer and then the inner. And we have rubber plugs. Could that be a point of entry? Possible. I'm gonna have to hose this thing down. We have 3 there, and we have 3 here. And here is the tire well we're looking at here. So I'm gonna pick this up and have a closer look and see what's going on. I'm gonna pop those plugs off and see, as you remember, it's leaking. That's what the black watermark is. It's leaking from the seam, from the overlap here, leaking down. And on the other side, if you recall, is leaking from here, traveling down the seam sealer and leaking down, creating this black stain here, and pulling up and filling this thing up. So let's lift this thing up. We're on the underside here. Here's the underneath of the plugs I was telling you about. I don't see anything. The seam sealer looks, you know, good, but this is too far low for where the leak was. It's up here. It's up there, and that spot welded joint is on the inside. There's nothing obvious. Holes. Gonna go and pop these off. Could be coming through here. It's very possible. Maybe there's all kinds of leaves and junk inside here. I don't know what's going on, but you know, we're doing this together because this is a serious leak and it has to stop. Went ahead and took the crash bar off and removed the plugs on both sides. Where the panel overlaps is right around here on this side and right around here on the other side. Now, I don't know what's going on. If I give you a little bit of light in here, it really is, there's no water to speak of in here. I didn't hose it down yet, but there's nothing really. I don't see any rot inside here. Same goes for the other side. Same goes for the other side. I don't see where this water could be entering from. So I'm just gonna keep digging here. It could be pulling in and getting in between where the gap is, right there, which is not sealed off. Water can go in between those two panels right there. This is something, huh? Yeah, as you can see, I've been busy back here. Let you know what's going on. I managed to start the leak. I started spraying water here. Quick observation, most of you probably figured out that there is no sealant. It's not sealed where these panels overlay. If these holes, if you put water in here, it'll come out of here, as we already know. If you shoot air in here, water, anything, same for the other side, air and water will push out of here. So the water is entering in between the inner and outer structures, and it's collecting on the inside. Let me see, hold on a second. It's collecting on the inside. As you can see, there's water in there, and it's making its way in between the two panels, and it's coming out here, and it's causing the leak here, and it's causing the leak here, and it's filling up with water during heavy rains or car washes or what have you. So what I'm going to do is I need to eliminate some stuff here. I think I need to leave these the way they are. I need to, this crash bar bolt goes all the way through. You shoot water in here, it comes out of there and there, or air for that matter. So I think what I need to do is, I think it's leaking behind the, I think it's collecting, going through the bolt head here. I need to eliminate this. I need to plug this, and I need to spray water over this area here. I put the bumper hold down bolt back here. I'm gonna have to plug this. This goes right through between the two structures also. If water enters here, or if it enters here, or if it enters here, or anywhere through here, but even if it enters through here, it's gonna leak out in those spots. But no, water is not making it to here. It's not coming through. It's not coming through the seal. I'm going to do a little bit more experimenting, then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to shoot water right around here. I believe it's coming from, I put a bolt in the hole here for the rear crash bar. I believe it's entering behind the crash bar and going through over here. I don't think it's entering through here. Let's see, I want to show you. There it is. There it is. There it is, coming through. Right there. Coming down. That's better, I guess. Right here. Yeah. And I was only spraying it right here. Right here. And it's coming right in. So See if I could seal it up and do this test again. As you can see, just pull the caps off. We got water entering behind the caps. Okay, heavy rain, there's water trickling behind here, behind all three of these caps, and on the other side. And once it enters in here, it makes its way in the channel down inside to where the two panels meet down there, and leaks there, and it leaks on the other side, because the panel gap right there is great. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to silicone these. I'm going to seal these here. I'm going to clean these up, a little scuff, clean them up, and I'm going to silicone these shut right there. Then I'm going to hit it with the water again, and we're going to see if the water comes through. Right now I got this. I got a bolt in here. I got a nut and washer here, which is looks like it's doing a good job of keeping the water out, entering through the stud here and entering through the threads here, because both of these lead inside it also. So let me go take care of that really quickly. Just gonna dry this up. Get a little emery. Just gonna scuff it. I'm not going to bare metal, don't do that. Just scuff it. Just want the silicone. I'm gonna use some Permatex. It's called the right stuff. It's really good. Like that. Everyone's favorite chemical. A little brake cleaner on a rag. Grab the silicone. This is what we'll be using. What I'll be using for this. Gonna clean these up a little bit. The same rag, brake cleaner. Gonna put it on nice and thick. And we're gonna wait a minute or two, and then I'm gonna hit it with the water, because this stuff is it's pretty impervious to chemicals and water and everything else. Put some on the car, and I'll spread it with my finger. All right. It looks good the way it is. Push it in, squeeze it out. I want this leak to stop. This thing has been driving me nuts. I'm going to seam seal that panel gap too. But let's see if this does anything at all. This has been something, huh? Depending on how that goes, either way, I think it's going to go well. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, but I did picked up some seam sealer, and I'm going to seam seal the. I'm going to scuff clean, and I'm going to seam seal this entire joint to here, and we're going to continue the seam sealer here all the way to there, just for some added assurance. See what happens. far so good. I don't want to jinx myself. It's already leaking at this point. I'm going to go up higher. I'm going to hit that whole corner there where that seam sealer is, because all of that, if it goes inside there, it will come down and do the same thing. How are we looking in here still? Still dry, thank God, thank goodness. Let's pretend there's a whole monsoon. I think we got it. I got like I said, I got a bolt in here, original bolt back in here to block the threads. Gonna put some sealer in behind there, gonna put some sealer on those threads when it goes back together. There's no water, I don't see any water. I'll bring it back down. And that way. Gonna go right here. Yeah, I think we got it. I think so. I'm still gonna seam seal here all the way across. Still gonna do that. I'm going to repeat the process, what I did here on the other side. Okay, so you saw how I bored you with the watering the car right now. Anybody who has a 2007 to 2011 CRV, this generation, the culprit of water entering the spare tire well are these cap plugs right here. Water is entering behind the bumper, making its way down and entering through these plastic caps that are just, you know, shrinking, then don't seal anymore. And also I believe it was entering through here. So let me tell you what I'm going to do here. This is all get cleaned up and sanded. I'm going to prime it, and it's going to get more it's going to get silicone, a few beads of silicone, and then the rebar, the crash bar is going to go back on, and we're going to seal it that way. And I'm going to repeat the process on this side, do the same thing. And I'm also going to, like I said earlier, going to seam seal this joint right here, from here to there, and the same from here, where are we, from here to there. I'm just going to do that anyway. I'm going to scuff it and clean it, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. This has been a, you know, some ride you and I have went on here. All of you that have a CRV, and even the ones who just like watching the repair or the progress. I appreciate all of you for watching. I hope this sheds some light on the many comments I got about I keep getting water in my spare tire well. And everyone seems to have this model CRV. That's the consensus anyway. It can be the hat seal, it can be the plugs behind the tail lights where they go in, but not in this case. In my case, it's the black plugs and leaking behind the crash bar, the stud and the bolt hole. So I'm going to take care of this. I'll show you the results in the end. I just want to thank everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know I'm rambling right now. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. What are you waiting for? Just click it down there. It's free. Hit the bell so you know when I upload a video. You know the drill, the usual stuff. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram for some inside baseball before YouTube. That's at the Mechanic 2.0 on Instagram. And thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.